Set 76382 Hogwarts Moment Transfiguration Classroom is a LEGO Harry Potter set. It comes with 241 pieces, 3 minifigures. It is for ages 8+, and it was released January 1st, 2021. It retails in Canada for $39.99, in the US and most of Europe for $29.99, and in the UK for $27.99. This set is... Trying to orientate this is a little weird because the front of the box is vertical and the back of the box is horizontal, so that's just a little weird to try and do. So going to the front of the box, we have all the information on the top left side. You have a overall picture of the book, along with some other elements that are inside being sort of magicked from between the pages, and you have McGonagall, Ron, and Hermione. Ron is apparently transforming a cup into a mouse, or vice versa. The bottom right has a picture of the set in its open form, because it closes into a book and opens into a classroom. And it shows the 3 minifigures as I listed before: Professor McGonagall, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger. The back of the box shows a big picture of the set unfolded, and it's a very nice picture. The top has 2 pictures, one of them which is the set showing what it is like, unfolding, and the other one shows that you can collect them all because there are 3 others. This is the Hogwarts Moment collection, which has 4 different classrooms in it, which I like to nickname the Head of House collection, because each classroom has to do with one of the Head of Hogwarts houses. You have the Transfiguration, the Potions, Herbology, and Charms. And each of those professors is a head of house in Hogwarts, so that's what I sort of nicknamed that little collection. One side of the box has the title of the set in 2 other languages, along with the picture of the minifigures doing what they're doing on the front of the box, but on the side. The other side of the box has the LEGO Life app, along with the warning that because of small parts there can be a choking hazard, along with collect them all in 2 other languages. The top of the box has where the components were made, along with the actual size indicator, which is Professor McGonagall, and the bottom of the box has the usual UPC, trademarks, and recycling information. And before I get to it, the box is taped, so there is no push tab, which I really like to see. Okay, so inside of the box, you have 2 bags here labeled 1 to 2, along with 3 loose pieces, which is interesting because these would usually be found in their own separate unlabeled bags, so rather interesting to see that in a set. You have a sticker sheet with 13 different stickers on it, and which, once again, I find really weird to have when there's already printed parts. And you have an instruction booklet, which is not bent, which is really, really nice to see. So the front of the booklet shows that bags 1 is going to be used for the outer shell of the book, along with Ronald Weasley, Professor McGonagall, and a couple of the inside bits, and bags 2 is going to be for the rest of the set, and that includes Hermione Granger. The back of the instruction has 2 pages for parts, along with, quite a bit here, along with 2 pages of sets that have, sets that are actually still available. You have the Privet Drive, the Room of Requirement, the Forbidden Forest with Grop and Professor Umbridge, and the Astronomy Tower. And the other 2 pages have the actual sets with Collect Them All and limited availability, which I don't believe for a second, because you can really find them anywhere. Like, even Walmart Canada, they have them in stock. So this isn't a general retail. This is you can really find them at any place that sells Lego type set. And the packaging, I'm going to give the packaging a 4. There's nothing special. The instructions were perfectly straight, which was nice. A little weird that, once again, there were loose parts. But considering how small of a set it is, I really wouldn't expect them to have a bag of, just random parts. Really weird that these are loose when they can fit inside of the bags, but once again, this is Lego doing something. So packaging is going to get a 4 because overall there's nothing special about it, but there's nothing that detracts from it. So now I get to build a set. so this is the set right here. It comes with 3 minifigures. You have a Hermione with a wand, of course, in a usual Hogwarts costume, black child legs. She has a smiling face and a terrified face. You have Ron in the black child legs, normal Hogwarts costume. He has a smiling face and a terrified face. And then you have Professor McGonagall, who has the gown legs. A green, the torso is also green and black printed, so it is like a dress. She has a black wand, and she has a unique hairpiece, or what I believe is unique to the set. Yeah, so the hat is completely unique and introduced into this set, along with the printing for the head and the main body. It hasn't been seen before. And in this book here, there's also a printed piece. The printing is also unique to this set, along with the front cover and I guess back cover pieces also being unique to the set. First introduced in the Hogwarts Moment sets here. So those are the minifigures out of the way. You have a little rat who's most probably Scabbers, along with a little book on, I believe it's Vera Verto spell from the Chamber of Secrets movie, which shows a bird being transformed into a goblet. And then the actual set, see, like, little tiny book, really unique, but it unfolds. And so you have McGonagall's desk, along with a little cabinet and a chalkboard. You have a chest, a desk with seats there. And then these fold out to create a classroom setting. So you can create a full classroom setting. Have that go around. You can have McGonagall up here doing stuff, Ron and Hermione in the back. So there's quite a bit of play in here. You know. Like, I mean, look at this. This is quite a bit of play here. So you have a little cabinet with a micro figure and just what looks like some vials on the goblet with a sticker of a bookshelf on it. There is a chalkboard. It shows a frog being transformed into a goblet, along with some unintelligible writing there. You have a chest with a teacup, a yellow frog, and a silver goblet in it. And you have a cabinet here with absolutely nothing in it, but you could put stuff. Some portraits on here. You have sort of pictures of archways down in here, along with stained windows up here. On the side of each of these arches is a little Gryffindor banner, which I suspect that you will find banners in each of the other sets too. And this is, I mean, this is a really neat idea. Having this able to fold up, having everything being able to be put in here. I mean, everything other than the minifigs being able to be put in here. But it's a really, it is a really neat idea. The stickers were, the only sticker that I had any real issue with was the ones in here. And once again, to reiterate a point from earlier, it's really annoying when you have a piece that's printed, but then the rest of them are stickered, because then you wonder, okay, why wasn't this just printed? Or why wasn't this just a sticker, and why wasn't everything else printed, you know, to match it evenly? Just a little weird quirk of LEGO that I found. Like, really, really big things are not put into stickers, but everything else, it's just a little sort of, just a grind my gear moment for myself here. I will give the build I'm gonna give the build a 3, because there's really nothing special or challenging about it. It is very average for a build, and the only, like, really the only interesting thing is that this folds into a book. That's really it. For play, there is going to be it's going to be a 4, because there is quite a bit of play in here. I mean, like, you get an entire classroom, it can turn into a book, and you have the minifigures plus all these little, you know, scenes that you can enact throughout it. So play is a 4. The display, I'm a little sort of, it's a little hard to figure this one out. I do believe that the display should be but display is a 3. There's nothing, displaying it like this, I don't think that this makes for a great display at all. In fact, if I were to have, you know, ratings for each way it can be displayed, this would be a 1 because it's not great. However, I would say that getting all 4 of these sets and having them displayed like books on a shelf would be really interesting. So I'm going to give display a 3 for that. That's really the only interesting thing, but other than that, I don't believe it is a good display unless you get all of them. And the value of this set is going to be a 3. I think this is quite a value if you're looking for, you know, a unique minifigure and a sort of neat little thing to, you know, stick on a shelf as, you know, sort of a, hey, look what I got, look, this thing can display. It's actually sort of cool. But other than that, this really isn't that special. I would not, I really wouldn't recommend that anybody who likes to display Lego get these. This, I would see, is mainly for a child. And that's who that is who I would recommend it for, a child. So if you want to get someone a birthday, Christmas present, or if you just want them to be able to enjoy Lego and they happen to enjoy Harry Potter, and they are quite on the young side, I would get this, because this really would fit in with that. And with that, I will see you all next time for the next Harry Potter Hogwarts moment.